Hi guys, how are you today? So we are actually trying out a new foundation today, which is why I already have my eyes done off of camera, and we are gonna work on our complexion together. Kind of the complexion, more so we're gonna talk about the foundation. I'll do my routine and then I'll come back on to show you how it worked with my routine. And then later I'll come back on and show you what it wore like throughout the day, which I'm super excited for because I have high expectations for this foundation. So for those of you guys that did not know, first of all, welcome to my channel. My name is Jojo Palacio. On this channel, we talk about all things beauty. And today we are discussing the new Huda Beauty FauxFilter Skin Finish Buildable Coverage Foundation Stick. So I have this guy here. For those of you guys that didn't know, I work at Sephora. I am a licensed beauty advisor. I am a licensed esthetician who has been doing makeup for 7 years now, and I've been working with Sephora for 5 going on 6 of those years. So now that you know my background, I have high expectations for this guy. This is a Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. This foundation comes in 39 shades, and it costs $39. So this foundation is I'm reading everything. Lightweight foundation that glides on easily, providing customizable coverage with a natural looking skin-like finish. Coverage can be light to full. The finish is natural. It's obviously a stick, and the skin types it claims to be for normal, dry, combination, and oily. So I'm reading it right off of the Sephora website. Let's keep reading. Product is also cruelty-free, fragrance-free, transfer-proof, which you know we gon' test because we wear masks around here. Waterproof, humidity, and sweat-resistant formula melts into the skin for a natural filtered finish. Whether you prefer light or full coverage, this versatile formula will let you be the master of your complexion. Swipe it, set it, and forget it for the rest of the day. That is exactly what we plan to do. So for prep, I have my Dr. Brandt Pores No More in the center of my face. I know that she released this stick foundation with a primer. However, again, I don't believe in purchasing primers with the foundation. I believe in purchasing primers that work for your skin type. That is just the esthetician in me. So I have this primer right here, which is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which I also hear happens to be very similar to her primer. So what I'm gonna do is put that on the outer perimeter of my face and have it work in combination with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. Now this is an all day wearing gripping primer, so that should work well and enhance the qualities of the foundation. I'm super excited. So I actually picked it in this shade Chai 210B. I will say that I self-tan, so this shade is definitely gonna help me match the rest of my complexion better. And what I'm actually gonna do is apply it with one of my brushes that I absolutely love, and that is the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH03. I like buffing brushes. I know that you can apply it different ways. However, when it comes to getting a fuller coverage out of a foundation, you always want to do a buffing brush that helps keep the foundation on the top so you can build it up on the skin. Now, I have very high hopes just because I do have a few favorites foundations that I absolutely trust as far as stick goes. For combination skin, I think that stick foundations work really well. Some of my favorite stick foundations include the Hourglass Vanish Stick, and then I also really like the Makeup Forever HD Stick. And so what I'm gonna do is I want a pretty full coverage. Look at how close that is in shade. Like, do you see how well? Yeah, that was a good match. So we are gonna cover up that guy. I also have her concealer that I'm gonna wear this with, so I'm excited because it's gonna be a complexion full of Huda. I'm just gonna work this in, pushing it into the skin. First of all, this is blending out really, really nice. I really like the finish and how well this works into the skin. I don't have to work this in at all. It is like just going on so easily. And as far as coverage goes, what pimple? Like what? Guys, that looks really good, huh? So here are some things that I'm gonna be looking for. I don't want it to oxidize. I want it to be transfer proof. I want it to be humidity proof. I want it to be water resistant because those are the things that it's claiming. As far as how smoothly it goes on, yes. As far as buildable, yes. The way that it blended into the skin is absolutely phenomenal. And as far as the finish, yes, it is definitely a skin-like finish, as you can tell. Like this just looks like my skin, but better. I'm pretty happy with this. So let's just move on. So what I am going to do is I am going to contour, and then I'm also going to apply the Huda Beauty concealer. I'm going to do all those things off of camera just because today's focus is around this stick. What I want to do is give you guys an outro of how it worked with my regular makeup routine, and then I'll also be back after a few hours to tell you how it worked throughout the day. All right guys, so this is the finished look right here. We have complexion on. I will tell you 2 steps that I skipped just because I want to see how the foundation does with my routine, but on its own as well. So I did skip the pressed powder. Like I would usually use my Charlotte Tilbury to set the whole face. And then I also skipped using a setting spray. So I want to see how the foundation wears. I did put on my concealer. I did set underneath of my eyes, and I set this area. Like I'm not going to play either. You know, I understand that those are areas that we have to reinforce, so I will. But the rest, I'm just kind of going to see what it does on its own. I'm very curious to see what this foundation does, how it reacts, how it plays. But we did a pretty simple everyday look just for the purpose of seeing what this foundation does. So like I said before, the next time you'll see me will be a few hours after wearing this foundation to give you guys my honest review. I more than likely will have worn a mask at some point, and I will definitely be under lights running around. It's Sunday morning worship time, so there's a lot going on, which I'm excited because then it'll really get to test this foundation out. So stand by for the final thoughts on this video. First impression so far is I'm liking it. All right guys, so I am back. We are 4 hours in to wearing this foundation. And I will also say that I've had a mask on intermittently throughout those 4 hours. So, thoughts. It has a little bit, should I zoom you guys in? I should. Come here, people. All right, ooh, this is scary, but let's talk about it. So there's a little bit of breakage here, like you can see the smile lines. There's definitely some glow going on in the nose area and the forehead. However, it's not bad. Like after 4 hours of me having a mask on and off, and then I was also at church doing worship, and we have a lot of hot lights on, so there's definitely a lot of like oil and sweat and, you know, all that good stuff that happens to makeup. But this is holding pretty well for me, not having powdered my entire face or applying a setting spray. It's holding on really well, really well. It's definitely still skin-like, but that doesn't mean that it compromised on all the things that it's promising, like it being transfer proof. Again, it did rub off on the mask. But however, you saw the integrity of my skin. It still looks good. It's still covered up. There is a little bit of breakage around the mouth smile lines areas, but again, I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make it or break it. I know that I can improve that with a little more powder in those areas and I'll be okay. But overall, I really like this foundation. I was hesitant because it's either like a I like it or it's not enough coverage, I didn't like it at all type of situation. And this for me, I would wear it again. Like I would absolutely wear it again. I would recommend it to clients who were looking for a specific type of foundation. So overall, out of a 10, I would give this like a good 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is what I would give it. It could really do well for clients who are normal combination dry. I don't see a client who's oily liking this at all because it will give them a little more glow than they want, and it would have to take a lot more than necessary to set it and make it work for someone who's oily, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. So I hope that you guys like this type of video, this type of review. Before we go, I just want to stop for a minute and talk to you guys. We are a week, not even a week. Next week is a new year. We are starting a whole new year. Not just a month, a new year. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. You guys have been so great this year. So far, my channel has grown so much because of you guys, you watching me, liking, commenting, recommending me to other people, and I am so grateful and appreciative for that. But I also want to take a minute to put some things into perspective. A new year doesn't necessarily mean new beginnings for everyone. There is no magic power in starting a new year. However, if you set your mind to something, if you go in and start the year with a positive perspective, if you start the year in prayer, if you start the year confessing positive things, my husband and I are planning on doing a dream board or a goal board, and that's the type of energy that you need to take into the new year to make whatever it is that you're trying to make happen. So I just kind of want to encourage you guys on that. I want this channel to be a space where not only you learn, not only you're educated about makeup and beauty and skincare and all those things, but I also want you to be motivated. I want beauty to be inside as well as outside. And for beauty to be inside, you need to be surrounded with positive energy and positive things. And I want to be one of those things. So thank you again. That's it for this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. If you like this review, comment down below. If you like the foundation or if you have a different opinion than mine, those are welcome. Comment down below as well. Otherwise, guys, I love you. God bless you, and I will see you guys next time.